Good blowing, everybody. I'm Aurea Eden. The day is April the 5th of April, 2024. The energy associated with today is about taking care of business. If you've been doing good, then it is an indication that you're going to get good. If you've been doing bad up in this world, it's an indication that you're going to get bad. So it's also a good time for friendships, for partnerships, for working in a team, so to speak, and leadership. So it might be a lot of group activity or group activities, teamwork, something that will require you to work together. And today is a good day to work together. But if don't nobody else want to go with you, baby, you go by yourself. Okay? You go by yourself and you plant the seeds that you need to plant today. This is a day that I've been kind of working you up for. It is a 5-day, so it's kind of like the overall energy of today. So it's one of those political days. You remember I was telling you they were working on something in the realm of politics. Well, I don't know who it is, but something has come together for them. Okay, today, whatever they've been working on for the last few days, it comes to fruition today. So in the world of politics, somebody or something has reached a goal. And it could be concerning. Okay. I just don't know. But it could be concerning. But I digress. And let me say this too before I get on the rest of the energy for today. I should hold it off, but I'm probably going to say it in the next few videos. When the solar eclipse happened, people might be subject to run out to it and to look at it and all that. For my friends and family, I encourage you not to do that. Like I said, that would be like, you remember in Egypt, when Moses was saying, "Let my people go," and Pharaoh wouldn't listen because Pharaoh didn't listen. And so he basically ended up saying that they were going to, do something bad to all the firstborn sons or whatever. Well, it ended up being his son, right? In the movie, when the mist came through the town, and it was those that had the blood on the door frame that were saved, and the others were taken away. Well, you staying in your house on the solar eclipse, it's kind of like you having the blood on your door frame. Okay, letting it pass over you, because we are light beings, and so we don't need to be out in nobody's darkness consuming that darkness. We need to always stay in and cling to the light, even if it's just moonlight, it's still light. Okay, so the sun and the moon, we need to stay when that is not blocked, because like I said, we get a lot of our energy from the sun and the moon, right? The sun, I told you how the moon manipulates the water in our bodies, and it's just like it with the tides, we rise and we fall with the moon within ourselves. And it helps us with our intuitive messages. Well, the sun has healing powers, right? So if you're well, I'm not a medical doctor, because I got to say that, but let me talk for me. I have found that, say for instance, if I'm fasting, I'll do sun gazing. I'll go out and I'll don't do this. I'm not recommending you do this, but I'll go out and I'll gaze at the sun for a bit, and it helps me through, or I soak up the sun. That's what birds do right before a lot of birds, they go and you'll see them, they'll turn towards it and in the mornings and the night, and they're soaking up that sun because they get energy from the sun. There was a man that he hadn't eaten for so long. I can't remember. It might have been 70, 80 years that this man consumed no food. And that's because he was getting energy, the energy that he needed from the sun. I don't recommend you do that, but I'm just telling you what it was. And so when we don't have that sun and we don't have that moon and that energy is blocked, then what is it? It's darkness, and even in the beginning, the darkness, it was just a void. It was a void. It was like a nothingness. And, a void is something that's meant to be filled in the world of spirit. And we feel that with God. So we don't want to be out here consuming utter darkness. We don't want to be out here in this world consuming that, because it is a pivotal time in the world, and it's a serious thing. And believe me when I tell you, it is a serious thing. God is not playing. This is not time for play. Trust and believe. It is not time for play. It is a serious thing. Now, I'm not one of these that are going to tell you that the world is going to end today. I'm not going to tell you that, because I know better. And the reason why I know better is because I'm here and because you're here. So, and some stuff has to happen before that happens. So it's not going to be the end of the world, but just like COVID-19 wasn't the end of the world, it just might be that pivotal moment where the beast marks his people, or something significant happens. And so you just don't. My spirit tells me you don't want to be out consuming this utter darkness. You don't want to be caught up in it, because energy is a serious thing, which is why I get on here every day talking about energy. So let me get back to the energy for today. I just wanted to get that out. So it's business karma, teamwork, partnerships, even friendships that you would develop in business. It's that leadership. It's that go-to-getter spirit. It's that it is that planting the seed, planning. But whatever you do today, whether you do it big or you do it small, whether you do it big or whether you do it small, complete it. Whether you do it big or you small, do it small. So I recommend, right now, since it's 5 days day of politicking, yeah, you do it a little bit smaller. And then when the energy is better, then we'll do it big. But you definitely want to take the lead on it. And so that's what it is. Today, today it's creating. And a better day is going to come to where you put that thing all together. So for some of you, it's having that idea, right? You have the idea, and you have the idea, oh, I want to set up my own business. I want to do this. So you want to do this. So now it's okay. Do you have a concept for it? Do you know what you're going to do with it? Do you have a name? So name that thing. It's like when a child is born into the world. Well, before the child is even born into the world, it's developed in the womb. But if your child is already planned out, you already have your concept. You already have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you can go online and see if there's somebody that's already done what it is you're trying to do. You can basically Google business plans for that company. If it's a thrift store, if it's a lawnmower business, cupcake service, whatever it is, that is already existing, there's probably already a business plan set in place somewhere that you can go and put your own stamp and uniqueness to that plan. But you do need a name, and because you can't really go forward in a sense without naming that thing. Right? Name that thing, whatever it be, name that thing. And then after you name that thing, you have to brand that thing, right? You have to brand that thing. You have to secure that thing and make sure you go through, research the law on what it's going to require you to do that thing and what you need to do that thing, what you need, the resources that you need to ensure that it's successful. So research what kind of tools that you need. Research if there are any laws or statutes that you or certificates, or I'm looking for a certain word that you have to be able to do your business. So that's what you want to do today. Cover the political side of running a business to make sure that you have something to stand on that's solid, that you know the rules, you know the regulations, you know the laws, and that, for instance, for me, I have all these chickens. So for a time I was selling eggs. Well, I come to find out that there are certain regulations to that you have to follow. And like now you can't reuse egg cartons, so there's a lot of things that you want to research on that. Okay. But before you create wealth, you must think, you must create ideas. So that's what the energy for today. So let me give you the words of the day because it's significant. So it's just, J-U-S, jute, jit, peel, pus, put, sap, it's, sit, tis, sit up. You out of that bed yet? Oh, this energy is all for you today, boo. It's all for you today. My friend that's been in the bed for these last, I don't know how long, but this energy is for you today. You can do it today. Oh, you can get out of that bed today. That's what this energy is saying. And you're supported to do it because it says sit up, and it has just. So it's like, just sit up. You got this, boo. Jutes. And then it has up, pi, like, what is pi? Y'all know what pi is. It's a mathematical thing. It's a mathematical concept. All I know is, I don't like that. What is pi? It's something point six. It's in pi like something that go on and on and on. I don't know, but I don't know. Because I got pi and I also got PSI. And I think both of those are mathematical concepts. So there's some genius work going on. You can do your most genius work today. Tup, T-U-P, like, I guess Tupperware. Ups, piss, sipping on some scissor. Don't do that. But that's just when I heard sip, okay? Whist, you don't want to do that today because you want to have your full mental capacity. So you don't, because today you want to have all your wits about you. Wisp is, suit, tups, pits, spit, tips. So you probably going to collect the most tips you ever collected in your life today, girl or boy. So tips, or don't forget to leave a tip. Whether it's dropping that knowledge, that wisdom. Tus, whist, to withstand. You got this. And some words is commitment, merry, astonished. Merry as in like joy, glee. Suspicious, humility, dispense, lead, and appreciation. Somebody might be suspicious of how you managed to do it, but tell them it wasn't nobody but God. That part right there. Deal with setbacks without complaints. To overcome, you must try. Very important. There will be sacrifices for what you want. You ain't going to get anywhere without making some kind of sacrifice. Like as far as time, I'm not talking about human sacrifices. That is no longer required, right? Not in a, I'm going to take you out way. You might not be able to spend time with that person today, but yeah. How can I help you? So when you're setting up your business, know that your first order is service. Any relationship requires service to grow. And if you want to be a really successful business, we learned a couple of days ago that you want to be transparent and you also want to fulfill a need. So does my business fulfill a need? Effort is required to perfect skills. Knowledge is power, but it is required. It is acquired from lessons learned. Today, affirmation. Today, I have the strong will. Today, I have the strong will to complete what I started and see it through to the end. I love you. Gubler one. Hearts go out. I was rushing.